Yankees take 2 out of 3 versus the Boston Red Sox after pretty much getting embarrassed by them the entire season. We came into Fenway Park this series, and so far we showed out. Can they get the sweep? Can we go for the sweep? Is the AL East still in play for the New York Yankees? Those are stuff that we're gonna talk about today, and we'll also take a look at Boone's post-game press conference and just the next couple weeks for the Yankees. How do we see it? How do I see it playing out? So let's get into that. So we take 2 out of 3, man. Jazz Chisholm had a huge night. Cody Bellinger came up huge in the 9th inning versus Aroldis Chapman. He had retired like 50 straight batters until Judge had that line drive base hit up the middle. Look, the Yankees, we're looking good. I'm not gonna lie. This game right today looked really good, with the exception of Cruz. I'm not sure what's going on with Fernando Cruz. Second day in a row, I think, giving up a home run. Even though Alex Bregman's home run, man, that was you know it's funny that people give Yankee Stadium crap, right? Because the short porch in right field, but that pesky pole is like, it's called pesky for a reason. That thing is so pesky, man. That was a cheap home run, but nonetheless, it was a great win by the Yankees today. Look, the 12-game gauntlet that we've been talking about for the last couple weeks now, today's win solidified a winning record coming out of here. So the worst we could come out of here is 7-5. Hopefully, if we take tomorrow's game, it'll be 8-4. Tomorrow's a tough matchup because we're going against Garrett Crochet, the potential Cy Young Award winner, especially with the Scuba going down yesterday. I'm not sure what's going on with Scuba, but I'll look that up in a second. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a tough matchup. Definitely a tough matchup. And of course, right? Freaking Baltimore obviously couldn't do us any favors, and they blew a lead and lost to the Toronto Blue Jays. So the lead right now for the Blue Jays on the East is still 3 games. The Blue Jays came back, and look, the Blue Jays are tough, man. I'm not gonna lie, like it don't seem like they're gonna let up. They're not gonna just go on a losing streak. So it's gonna be hard to pick up these games. We're gonna have to literally just these next, well, we got like what, 15 games after this, 14 games. We literally have to go like 12-2, something like that, to really have a legit shot at catching them, because they look like they're not planning on losing anytime soon. We'll take a look at the standings too real quick, and then we'll get into the chat, because I know you guys are killing in the chat. Let me update this for a second. All right. Yep. So we're still three games back. Technically 4 games. But look, at least we're pulling away from the Red Sox for that top wild card spot. And we need that top wild card spot, because if we have to play a wild card series, we want to play it at home, obviously. And right now, as the AL wild card standings currently sit, we will host that wild card series at Yankee Stadium. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for right there. Let me load on this background music a little bit and put this away. Meredith is interviewing Cody right now. I'm waiting for Aaron Boone's post game. But let's say what's up to the chat. Ace, what's good, my guy? My man Ace is in the building. Magic number is 9. Nope. Remember when fans said Yankees should give up? Yeah, some people were crazy. I was like, man, you can't give up. I tell you what, though, it's still, we got a long way to go, man. There's a lot of baseball to be played. But right now, with today's win, man, this is what I wanted to see. I wanted the Yankees to come out and show me that they can beat these teams, especially Boston, man, because Boston came into our house and pretty much embarrassed us, and you know, we have a legitimate shot of going into Fenway Park and sweeping them in a huge series, right? So we'll see what happens tomorrow versus Garrett Crochet. He's no tough cook. I mean, he's no easy pitcher to face, right? But I think we could get him. I think we can hit him, you know? I really do. Man, Cody Bellinger had a great at-bat versus Aroldis Chapman. That was epic right there. This dude has been... we got to re-sign him. We have to. He's clutch. He does everything for us. I think he's well worth the money. I'd give him $30 million for 6 years. $30 million a year for 6 years. I mean, I'd really consider, man. He's just that important to this team. I'm watching the post-game show right now on Yes, and they're showing the at-bat. Roy Jacob says, Custodio, my brother, what's up? What's up, Jacob? Roy says, this is awesome. Yes, it is. The boys woke up 7-5. 7-5 minimum. That's what we was hoping, a winning record. Welker says, I eat my crow. This gauntlet was great. You know what's crazy though? Look, we can't, let's not jump for joy, because the Yankees, the 2025 Yankees are the type of team that will go and beat all these good teams, right? And have a great freaking 12-game stretch versus these playoff contenders and go shit the bed versus Baltimore and the White Sox, right? So knock on wood. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it seems like this year is up and down, man. I fully anticipate tomorrow. I think we're going to see Volpe in there tomorrow. And it's okay. Maybe this couple days rest, maybe they're doing some good. It seems like, and I've always said this, right? That after rest, and this has been Volpe for the 3 years he's been in the big leagues. After he gets a couple days rest, he seems to have like a spurt of energy. Hopefully we get that from him, because I really do think that he will be in the lineup tomorrow. But Caballero has been good too. Caballero has been good. I will say that. And how about Ryan McMahon? Look, we don't give enough credit to Ryan McMahon, man. Let me give my man Ryan McMahon some credit, because I get it. The bat is not, he's not over here smashing the ball, but his defense is so good. His defense is phenomenal. He saved so much run. Just imagine if we had a lot of those plays. Just think about it, guys. A lot of the plays he's made just today. Imagine if that was Peraza, even Jazz Chisholm or Yorbit Vivas, whoever you want to put there. I promise you, a lot of those would have been, a lot of those plays would not have been made if not for Brian McMahon at third base. So look, I know a lot of people don't like that trade, and he's making a lot of money, but the glove is well worth it, and he will get you some hits every now and then. His bat, it's not like his bat is trash, it's not the greatest, but the defense makes up for it. And if he says 6-6, 7-5. Yeah, I was 6-6 was like the bare minimum. Like, you can't go losing record, right? But I want the 7-5 or better, because it just shows just a winning record, Jeff Passon said nothing negative with Scooby. He should start his next game. All right, well, you'll see. I guess I'm not, I don't wish injury on nobody, but at the same time, it's like, if he's not around, it makes it a lot easier, right? Yankees girl, what's up? She says, hope they sweep tomorrow. I do too. I think they can. I really, really think we can sweep. If I'm being honest, I get it. Garrett Crochet is tough, but we've hit him already. We've hit him. So why not? Why wouldn't we be able to do it again? Let me see. I'm gonna go over here. Let's take a look at Cody Bellinger's hit versus Aroldis Chapman. I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike, but who cares?
Deep, going back to Rand. He's gonna play it off the wall. A big hit for Bellinger. He'll go to second.
Yeah, man, that was epic right there. Great hit, man. You know what? I think if we're not able to re-sign Cody Bellinger, I think that'd hurt me more than Soto moving on. To be honest, I think I feel that one even more, because this dude does it all. He definitely does it all. I'm trying to find something here real quick. Well, we'll get it later. Yeah, last 15 games. The dude's, I mean, you could just put up his whole season stats. He's phenomenal. Sassy Queenie Baby. They need to sweep them tomorrow. For real, Sassy. we need to sweep them. Like, that would be a huge statement. You know what's that, man? If we sweep them, like, I get it. You know, we still got like 2 more weeks, but that'll pretty much solidify the top wild card for us. Let me put on Boone real quick. Let's listen to Boone.
We had against us last time, so I thought the guys did a good job of really making them work. You know, we took advantage of some walks. He hit a guy there. I feel like we really had a chance to break it open a couple times. Just couldn't get that knockout blow. But I thought we had a lot of really good at bats against him. Hit some balls on the nose against him. I just think he was just making more mistakes today than he did last time.
Yeah, what really clicked for Jazz at the plate? I know he's been, for the most part, swinging it good, but tonight in particular.
Well, he got lucky the first 2 times, dumping a few, and then so, you know, you got a couple knocks in the books when you haven't hit it real well, and he put together a really good at-bat to where, you know, he got a heater and absolutely demolished it to right. So, you know, he's doing a really good job of getting himself into good counts, making good swing decisions, and that
was his 29th home run, so he needs one more home run.
Flourish, but obviously a big day
for
him.
a 30 season, 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases.
A pitcher that's as tough as they come in Aroldis Chapman. Just how impressed were you by that at-bat in the ninth?
Yeah, really all the at-bats. I thought Grish put a good at-bat on him. Goldie,
make sure y'all like if you haven't liked.
Judge obviously smokes it right up the middle, and then Belly's entire at-bat. I thought he got off a ton of really good swings.
That was a great at-bat by Bellinger.
You know, was laying off the pitches he needed to lay off of, and so yeah, it was another impressive at-bat off of obviously a really tough lefty by Belly.
Can I go even deeper? It's 0-2 left on left of Aroldis Chapman.
You know, that's what makes it more.
What do you think about that?
That's what makes it even more impressive because, first of all, you're facing the best closer in the game right now, right? Who throws over 100 miles an hour, the toughest lefty out the bullpen in all of baseball. Lefty on lefty matchup, and Cody Bellinger the dude's a pro. He's a pro's pro, right? I'm telling you, Cody Bellinger's he's your favorite baseball player's favorite baseball player. That's the kind of dude he is. Like, he's that good. He does everything right.
To drag the at-bat as long as he did and have the result he did.
Yeah, and if you look at all the swings, it's like he's on everything. You know, he's fouling pitches off. It's full swing. It's not just like battling and touching it and extending the at-bat and getting a mistake. So it's been impressive what he's done against lefties.
What do you think of the job Weaver did tonight?
Great.
Yeah, Weaver came in and shut it down, too.
I was actually going to get him the time
that
before.
Was a tough spot right there because we could have lost.
Max felt pretty convicted.
Could have blew the game right
there. But I thought he was really good. I thought his stuff was really good, and then the execution on top of it to get 2 huge outs when they're pressuring to really, you know, get back in it.
But Dominguez has played left field there.
I want to hear
while it's going the other way, pretty good for a third.
Yeah, you know, especially, you know, a little bit of a gift there. But I thought he did a good job of squaring his body up and making sure he threw
Somebody
accurately.
Pull up Fernando Cruz last 10 games.
And then, because that first 2 innings, Max was kind of grinding a little bit.
I'm waiting for him to bring up Fernando Cruz.
After that, so it's a big play by JD.
Earlier in the game on a 3-2 count, you move Judge with Bellinger up, and it sets up a run.
Yeah.
Do you trust Bellinger to kind of play the game more than maybe anyone else in your lineup? Like that, get the ball in play?
The problem is they listen to the music, man. Damn it. So his last 10, 7.45 ERA, 16 strikeouts. The K through 9 is still great. He's striking batters out. It's just that some of those split finger fastballs, man, he's just hanging them. He's just hanging them and they're getting hit. I'm not going to play anymore because I don't want to get another copyright strike. I've been getting a lot of those lately. Let me see.
Obviously, we talk about the hiccup.
Yeah, they're playing too much music in the background, so we'll shy away from that. Let's go here real quick. Curious to see. Let's take a look at the pitching tonight. So Max Fried 5 and a third. You know, obviously, you know, he fought to stay in, gave up that hit. After that, that was all she wrote. He struggled a little bit. I mean, early on in the game, it seemed like he was rocking and rolling, but you know, he gave up 9 hits. That's not what you want, but he was able to get out of trouble, right? Only 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. 1 home run. Oh, so he gave up the home run to Bregman. Yeah, he gave up the home run to Bregman, and Duran hit the one versus Cruz, I believe, right? If I remember correctly. Or was it the other way around? Oh, well. Anyway, Weaver came in after that, gave it pitched 2/3 of an inning, struck out both batters. I mean, that was big time right there. We really, really needed that. And that's the Weaver that I missed. That's what we need. Devin Williams came in. Every time he comes in, I'm telling you right now, I got to take a blood pressure pill because it gets serious, man. Devin Williams is not good for my heart. I'm gonna need an EKG after this because this dude is. But he got out of it, right? Pitched 1 inning, got out of it. Everything was good. Cruz obviously gave up that home run, 1 earned run, and then David Bednar shut it down. So overall, I'll take it. I will take it. It's a great win, man. Great win for the Yankees. We really need these wins right now, man, especially versus these teams. We got to be able to show them that we can beat them. Tulit, what's up, man? Tulit says, what's good? What's up, Katie? Roy, what's good? Let me get into the chat, man. I got some trivia questions too if y'all want to do trivia. No prizes today, no giveaways, but we do have some trivia. Yeah, this victory does feel amazing. Wilkins says Judge is doing well this series for once. Yeah, if Judge is, he's been on. I'm not gonna say because those first 2 games versus the Tigers, man. If it wasn't for those 2 games versus the Tigers, this whole September so far would have been amazing, right? But those 2 games versus them was just terrible, It's not terrible because obviously because we lost, but the way we lost was bad. The offense, at least, is picking up right now. Sassy says they swept our asses. Yanks need to beat them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got to sweep them. If we could sweep them in their house, that'd be great. Andrew was good, man. Lou says, I told y'all they hurt without Roman, and we gold with Cabby. Well, I have a feeling that Anthony Volpe will be in the lineup tomorrow, so don't get too excited just yet. And it's all right though. I don't mind, at least they gotta play him at some point. I wouldn't mind him coming tomorrow and getting a game in there. I mean, I don't know his numbers versus Garrett Crochet, we could look at it, matter of fact. But let me see. These are the Yankees numbers versus Garrett Crochet. Judge is 2 for 12 versus him. Obviously had that big home run the last series they played at Fenway. Stanton's 1 for 4. Austin Wells 2 for 9. Ben Rice is 0 for 6. Ben Rice won't be in the lineup tomorrow. It'll be Paul Goldschmidt for sure. It has to be. It's a tough lefty. Or maybe not. I don't know. I could be wrong, but Ahmed Rosario has good numbers versus Garrett Crochet. So maybe they give Ahmed Rosario a start. And then Volpe's 2 for 5 and Jose Caballero is 0 for 5. So I do expect Volpe to be in the lineup tomorrow. I do expect him to be in the lineup. I appreciate the sub, man. I don't know why that played. Those speakers are not here. That's crazy. But yeah, so these are the numbers versus Garrett Crochet. Not great numbers, and I don't think anybody has really outstanding numbers versus this dude. This guy, could potentially be the Cy Young winner this year for the American League. So we'll see. We will see. Tula says, I'm trying to catch up with you guys, man. Yeah, the victory is great. Jose G, my brother, what's up, man? It's very quiet in Boston. We can't win even when we win 7-4. 7-4 is our test run. Fans still feel negative. It's crazy. The thing is, man, I mean, that's just how it is. We're not going to be satisfied until we win a chip. I'm going to be honest. Right? Until we win a championship, we're not going to be satisfied. All right. That's what we lack, and that's what we need. And we'll see. Look, I'm not going to lie. Today was a great win. Today, everything worked, right? For the most part. Even Max Fried, when he found himself in trouble, We found ways to get out of it, right? The defense was really good. With the exception, I think Ben Rice sometimes at first, he needs to work on picking them throws to first. Because some of those, I get it, they're tough hops. But I'm like, man, come on, bro. We got to do better than that. But then again, you got to make a better throw, right? But there was one where Ryan McMahon had charged, right, and threw it. And it was a tough play. He literally had to run in and catch it barehanded and throw it. Like, that's a play, man, that your first baseman, you got to have his back. That's a throw that's so hard to make with your body so off balance like that. And he couldn't pick it. I was like, damn, dude, that would have been a great play right there. So, I mean, but overall, look, everything looked great. The bullpen looked really good, finally, with the exception of Cruz. I don't know. Look, I'm not going to say I'm worried about Cruz like that, but he is hanging some of those splitters, man. Those splitties are hanging, and when those things hang, they're just big meatballs. Literally, it's like a big meatball. So hopefully he can turn it around before the postseason starts, because we're gonna need him, man. We really do. T85 says Yankees started 42-25. Now they have technology. Have more wins after that long slump. Yeah, we should be way more than 83-65. If you just count all the games that we blew, you know how many games we blew? Literally games that we should have won hands down, right? We should be at least like 90, 92 wins right now. Easy. Yep. Welcome says, I give credit to McMahon. I care more about the defense. Glad we didn't get Suarez. Yo, you know what? I'm glad we didn't get Suarez too, because he ain't doing too hot. His offensive numbers ain't been too hot. You spelled his name wrong. That's why I didn't pull up right there. But he ain't doing good. Oh, man. Yeah, you can't spell. And you don't have to put a space after the exclamation mark. Ace was good, my man. Slow burner, praying for no sweep. Man, your Toronto Blue Jays are freaking relentless, man. I need them to lose a damn game. Can they lose? The crazy thing is, watch them. When they do lose, we're going to lose too, man. We got to... I still feel like, look, 14 games left. We can catch them, man. But we need one of these teams to beat them. You know, that's the thing, that we're not playing them. So we need these teams that are facing the Blue Jays. We need them to freaking beat them. That's what we need. If not, we stand no chance. Stephen B says, what's up, Jason? Just got home. Amp, the Yankees won. Bednar's my closer. Yeah, man, he's my closer. He's the only closer right now that we can trust, to be honest. What's cracking, Demon D, my guy? Dev, what's up, Dev? Man, everybody's coming out today, man. When the Yankees win like this, everybody comes out. Yolo says, do you think the Yankees possibly sign another outfielder with Belly in the offseason? If so, does that mean a package with Jones or Dominguez in the offseason? It will be interesting. I mean, signing another if the Yankees sign another outfielder along with Bellinger, that's what you mean? I mean, why would they do that? If they do it, it'll probably be Trent Grisham at that point. They'll just bring them both back. And then Spencer Jones and this guy's they're on the table, right? It all depends. It all depends what the Yankees do. I think that the Yankees want to bring back Cody Bellinger, but they're not gonna want to go crazy and spend too much money. You know, that's what I think, man. So it all depends. It all depends if he's gonna work with the Yankees, because there's gonna be a team out there that's gonna throw a shitload of money at Cody Bellinger. It depends if he's willing to be a Yankee, you know, because we saw what happened with Juan Soto. When you a Scott Boras client, it's about money, right? So if somebody outbids us $5 million, is that gonna be a big deal for him? I think he really wants to be a Yankee, though. That's what I feel. But then again, I said the same thing about Juan Soto. The money talks too. The money talks. I tell you what, though, I don't think he will ever have another And I said this about Juan Soto too, and he had he hit the same amount of home runs this year pretty much. But I think a lot of the power numbers and stuff, and a lot of his numbers is because Yankee Stadium and batting in front and behind of Judge. I mean, it's gonna boost your numbers for sure. Damn, the Mets lost eight straight. That's crazy. That is insane. Let's take a look at the NL wild card, because the Mets, my goodness, Mets. Wow, they're tied for the last spot. They have really fallen off the face of the earth, man. That is absolutely insane. Oh my God, Met fans, I know you guys we got to talk you guys off a cliff right now. Talk them off the ledge. No wonder why on Twitter, man, 'cause I used to get a lot of snarky comments from some Met fans on Twitter, but I haven't been getting them for a while, man. They've been fairly quiet. Fairly quiet. That is insane. Let me see who they played. Damn, Texas is beating their asses, man. That is... Yeah, I tell you what. They don't make the playoffs, Mendoza's getting fired. He is getting fired for sure. Salute to the chat. Exactly, man. Salute to everybody, man. You guys are awesome. Yassine, what's up, my brother? Yeah, man. Fernando Cruz is not cruising right now. Cruzito, if you could tell me what movie I got that from, you the man. Y'all know about that movie. Cruzito. Charlie Holmes. Y'all don't know about that. Hope you're doing well, my guy. I missed the game today, but just wanted to say, keep it going. Keep doing your thing. Yeah, appreciate it, man. It was a great game. You missed a good one. I'm not going to lie, D. You missed a good one. Today was a day, it felt like the Yankees versus Red Sox of old, man. Like going back and forth, right? And the Red Sox, they put up a fight too. They had 10 hits on the night. You know, it's just that they couldn't capitalize. They couldn't get that big hit. They were 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. The Yankees were 3 for 9. We left 9 on base. They left 8. It was fairly even throughout the whole game, with the exception of that first inning against Bayo. And I will say this, right? We should have scored more. We missed some opportunities there, but I don't want to nitpick on a win, right? Because at the end of the day, we just took the series. We took the first 2 versus the Red Sox. So I'm not gonna nitpick, but there was some things here and there that I was like, come on, man. That first inning, we should have came away with at least 3 runs. And that was on Caballero too. You can't him and Wells first inning, they just striking out looking. I'm like, bro, swing the goddamn bat, bro. Please swing the damn bat. Yeah, that Bregman 302-foot homer in right field, pesky pole. And people want to talk shit about Yankee stadiums, right? Come on, man. It's just there's a bias against the Yankees. I noticed that. Yeah, that's bad. New York Yankees finest. Yep. Let me try to catch up to you. You guys are killing in the chat. I appreciate it. If you haven't, make sure you like and subscribe and do all that good stuff. Wells has become Volpe in the plate with 4 strikeouts. Yeah, he was bad today, but I will say this, man. Wells has turned it on as of late, so I'm not, yeah, 0 for 4 strikeouts. Was that the golden sombrero? That's what they call it, right? Not good, but I do think that he's been good lately, so I'm not willing to give up on him. Mr. Met Killer was good. Let's go Yankees. What up, Jay? Great win, exactly. Yep. Emilio, Yankees are looking good. Pay Cody, pay the man. Pay the man. Dan, score some more. The Yankees need to play small ball again. Yeah, I mean, look, today the Yankees scoring runs without hitting home runs is, every time you see that, man, you just gotta, it's like a rare sighting. It's like freaking seeing Bigfoot. You gotta just take it all in, right? But lately we've been doing more of it. They have been trying to play more small ball. And then the home runs come every now and then. I know a lot of people were upset that Stanton wasn't in the lineup today, but like the dude, you know, you got to give him breaks too, man. We talking about Giancarlo Stanton. We don't want him to get hurt. Versus Bello, his numbers weren't great. But I would admit though, that first inning, it would have been nice to have Stanton in there instead of Wells or some of these guys. Mr. Met Killer, how about those Mets? The Mets are just a mess, and he loves it. You know why I feel kind of bad? I'm not gonna lie, man. Look, I'll be honest, because my thing is, I know that for me personally, a lot of Met fans, like I have Met fan friends, right? And when the Yankees lose, when we're in the dumps, man, and we're going through it, oh, they remind me every chance they get, they will freaking call me. Even last year in the World Series, man, when we lost that one, oh my God, they were celebrating more than Dodgers fans, Met fans. I'm not the same way, right? I don't, you know, we're in the two different leagues. So I don't care if the Mets make it. It's like, you know, as long as they don't beat us when we play them, it's cool. I'm a New York guy, right? So like last year in the NLCS, the Mets versus the Dodgers, I was rooting for the Mets to beat the Dodgers. All right. Obviously when we played them, though, it's a different story, but that's just me. I know a lot of people are not like that, but Jonathan Sosa is very quiet in Boston and especially in Queens. Bro, I'm telling you right now, man. Yo, in my Twitter, I used to get trolls. I had these Met trolls, man. These Met accounts, and they would just attack me. Especially in the June Boone swoon. Oh man, I was getting it. They were lighting me up non-stop, man. And I don't know. Maybe they freaking they canceled their accounts, man. They deleted their accounts or something, because Stephen B says he will be live at 10. All right, man. Drop the link in there if people want to join you. Mets lose dessert. Damn, I'm not gonna go all that far, man. I'm not a Met hater, for real. Roy says Cruz is an emotional player. He is. You know, did you see him? I like that though. I do like it. If you notice when they when they brought Weaver into the game, they panned the camera to the bullpen as he was coming out, and you can see Cruz behind him, like warming up, just freaking just pumping them up, saying "Vamos!" Like he's crazy, man. You could tell that he definitely wears his emotions on his sleeve, right? And that's all cool and all, but look, some people like that. Some people like their pitchers to be even keeled, right? Me personally, I don't care as long as you get the job done, and I like him to get the job done. What are you talking about, Stephen B? Stephen B said, I got bots 2 shoes ago. What? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, brother. Jonathan Sosa, Yanks would have had the best record in baseball with all those games blown. Yeah, we should. We should. I be 12. You be 12? I heard sell the team chants in Queens today when I drove by the stadium. Imagine wanting Steve Cohen to leave as your owner. Are you serious? Like, I mean, come on, guys. Like, look, I'm not here to lecture any Met fans, but let me tell you something. That's the best owner you guys have ever had. And you better hope King Cohen stays the Mets owner, because he did what you wanted. I don't understand. Like, I get it. You needed more pitching, right? But what do you expect, bro? He just spent $800 million on your guy. That was your World Series right there. When you signed Soto, you won, right? So that's your victory. You got to take that. You can't, look, I get it. The dude's a freaking super duper billionaire, but he ain't a dummy either. He got to operate within certain constraints, man. Like, everybody want them to go sign everybody, bro. I'll tell you right now, right? That plan B, we're gonna call it the Cashman plan B, right? That plan B don't look so bad right now. I'm telling you right now, that plan B is good. All right. The only thing where Cashman missed out is that he didn't get the third baseman, but he ended up getting a third baseman later at the trade deadline. But I think the Yankees missing out on Soto, and look, I know half the people are gonna disagree with me. Missing out on Soto was a blessing in disguise. We dodged the bullet there. Not because he's not a great player, but because he costs so much. You understand me? He costs so much. And unless you're willing to go way above the Cohen tax, right? No pun intended. Unless you're willing to go way above that guy, he's just not worth it. You know? He's not worth $800 million. I'm sorry. He's a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's a Hall of Famer by far. The dude is outstanding. Top 5 dead or alive right now. but $800 million, man, when you ain't got a rotation, they try to piece together a rotation. They had Clay Holmes starting. Clay Holmes. The same guy who was blowing saves left and right for us last year. That's like the Mets. That's like turning Devin Williams into a starter right now.
MVP.
You know? Imagine turning Devin Williams into a starter. That's essentially what they did. I appreciate you, Jose. Jose says Jason Dominguez assist throw out to third base was big. Yeah, Dominguez, unfortunately, man, it's too little too late for him. I wish he would have figured out left field and his defensive woes earlier, because he I haven't given up on Dominguez, especially offensively. Offensively, he's really good, man. It's just the defense is a liability. But at least he got that throw, man. He's still useful. He's definitely still useful, and they gotta put him out there. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting, especially this off season going into spring training. I'm telling you, it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens with Jason Dominguez, because right now he doesn't have a spot, and he's too talented, right? So we're gonna find out really this off season how the Yankees feel about this kid. We're really gonna find out the truth, like how they feel about him. We'll see. A part of me, I'll be honest, a part of me, look, with Jason Dominguez, a part of me wants him to stay, right? But if we retain Cody Bellinger and Trent Grisham, or even if we retain, let's say we retain Cody Bellinger and call up Spencer Jones, that still leaves Dominguez out of here, right? I think he's too good to be on the bench too. At that point, you just got to trade him and get what you can for him. So you're right, man. It's gonna be interesting to what happens with Jason Dominguez. I feel for the dude, but at least he's taking it like a champ, and he when he does come in, he's only playing like once a week at this point. When he does come in, he seems like he's ready, and he's not looking lost in the sauce either. So that's a good thing, man. We got Alan Evangelista. God bless you, Alan. Just got off from a Red Sox podcast, and this guy was encouraging his team to inflict pain by drilling the Yankees in the next game. What an I mean, look, I tell you what, man. Anybody who wants to hurt anyone, it's just ridiculous. Come on, guys. This is baseball. Drill him for what? You want to start that? Trust me, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. What I mean, drilling for what? That's my whole thing. Like, because you lost? Oh, if they start doing that, man, then we really, if we're that much in their minds, then we really won. We won. Not only did we win the game, but we won the mental battle too. Red Sox fans, I'm gonna tell you right now. That's why I said, like, the Yankees and Yankee fans, right? We are not like, we're hated. That's one thing that all the other fan bases share in common. I'm talking about the Dodger fans, Red Sox fans. They all love to hate the Yankees, Just, it makes no sense. Makes no sense. Where were we? Yeah. Trying to, Stephen B. I don't know what you're talking about, those bots, Stephen B. Plan B is way better. Damn. That sounds like a You pro-life or pro-choice? No, I'm just playing, man. Don't answer that question. Having Judge and Wright over Soto is the biggest upgrade. Yeah, but right now Judge can't even play right barely. Mets done overpay for Soto. I'm afraid so. Look, even if we were, if he would have turned on the Mets, it came to us for what we offer him, $760 for 15 years or whatever. I think we would have. That's overpaying too. And we would have been good because he's a great player. I'm not, but then it would have took away all these other options. We would have never had Cody Bellinger. Obviously, we would have never had. It just makes more sense. I'm glad it didn't work out. Like, it was a blessing in disguise. You know, at the time, I was sick to my stomach. Don't get me wrong. But you know, hindsight is 20/20, right? Like they say. So. Welkin says Dominguez better be looking up real estate in Pittsburgh. That'd be crazy, right? Imagine a huge trade for schemes. I don't think that we have we would have to give up the farm literally. I don't think we have the prospect capital. There's other teams that have more prospect. To get a guy like him, like Skeens, man, we would have to give up Dominguez, Spencer Jones, definitely Elmer's he's gonna go. Whatever top prospects, they might want Will Warren or Cam Schlittler as well. Like, it's gonna take a super haul to get a guy like Skeens. And I don't think the Yankees got the stones to make a big move like that. IB12, did you see that call? Did you see? Well, I can't read right now. Did you see that we did call asking about Paul Skeens and we had offered Lombard, Jones, and 3 other players? I mean, was that confirmed? Yeah, let me tell you something, man. Every team called about asking for. It doesn't hurt to ask, right? Every team had to be asking about him, and they still calling. I promise you. It's the same thing with you know, when a player goes on free agency, right? Like a guy like Juan Soto, right? There was a lot of teams in the talks. They weren't really serious. At one point, there was some teams, man, it doesn't hurt. Why not offer? You never know. Be like, hey, look, Juan Soto, we'll offer you $500 million. Of course, he's gonna turn it down when he got $800 million on the table, but you never know, right? So you shoot your shot. Every team's gonna shoot their shot. I don't think that gets it done. Lombard, Jones, and 3 unknown players. Those 3 unknown players might have been the deal breaker because it's not gonna be some 3 mid-tier prospects. No, first of all, they want major league guys who proven in the major leagues. A guy like Cam Schlittler, you could throw in there now, right? It's just too much. For a guy like Paul Skeens, I don't think a trade has ever been done like that. There is no precedent. There is no set price. There's no comps to him, right? There is no comp. You can't even say, oh, well, this guy got traded for this. There is nobody comparable to him at all, you know? So that's tough, man. I guarantee you other teams made way better offers than Lombard, Jones, and 3 other players. And didn't get done. Jason, the team Bear kind of reminds me of Cabrera when he was first up. Never played, but ready to go in any time. Yeah, you got to be like that. Look at Ahmed Rosario, right? And I'm not saying that it's fake because every time he's the first one up, cheering everybody on when they score. Right? I'm not saying it's fake, right? First of all, I want to make that clear. I'm not saying is it genuine or not. But that dude he's on a walk year, right? Next year he'll be a free agent. So if you're not playing, you can still help the team by cheering, right? So he's just doing everything he got to do to get another bag. I mean, pretty much. Roy says, I want to keep Jason Dominguez. I do wonder about Judge to first base. That's possible. The only way I see Judge at first base next year, right? Next year is if his arm is absolutely done for, right? That's the only way. Besides that, no, I don't see him at first base. I don't even think he would allow it. He wouldn't want to move there. Maybe later in his career that will happen. But I can't see him in first base next year unless his health, unless for health reasons, like it's really that bad. I don't see it happening. Not anytime soon. If the Blue Jays go 7-8, Yankees can't go less than 12-3. That's what I'm saying. But even look, right now, I'm gonna be honest. You could do the math anyway. I haven't even done all the math, right? I know that the Yankees will have to really, like, I'm talking about these next 2 weeks. We gotta really like lose 2 games max and hope that the Blue Jays start losing. It's gonna be tough. It's highly unlikely. That's what I say. Is it impossible to catch the Blue Jays and take first place? No, it's not mathematically impossible, but it is very highly unlikely. Every day that goes by, like a day like today where we won and they won and the standings didn't change, but the games remaining changed, and that's what was making our probability go even lower and lower and lower. So right now, if the Yankees were to take the division, look, it'll be great. I'd be happy. But I'm the realistic side of me is like, hey, we need to definitely freaking lock in the wild card, the top wild card spot, and make sure that wild card series is being played at Yankee Stadium. That's what I'm focusing on right now. Was it David Cohn? No, Michael K asked David Cohn and Joe Girardi a really good question today. He said, look, it's the last game of the season. The last game of the season. If you win and Toronto loses, you become the division champions. If not, you're the wild card, right? You got to play the wild card series. Are you pitching Max Fried that last game? And let me know in the chat, man. Let me know in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. It's the last game of the season. If you win and Toronto loses, you get a bye. But if you lose, then you got to play the wild card series. Are you pitching Max Fried that last game of the season? Me personally, I'm not pitching him at all. I'm not pitching him. And the reason why, because if you do pitch him and do lose, now you don't have him for the whole wildcard series. Possibly for game 3. Maybe for game 3. If you get there. I'm not doing it. At that point, I'm putting in the 4th starter and hoping that we can win somehow. Donnie Clark says, big at bat for Belly against Chapman. Yeah, that was huge, man. I just played it a while ago. That was a huge at bat. Crochet will be a test for sure. Yep. Yeah, man. Barbara, what's up, Barbara? Haven't seen you in a while. Bellinger over Soto any day. Yeah, especially Bellinger, Max Fried, and everybody else that we got. I mean, Paul Goldschmidt, he was great the first half, and I still think that he's gonna be good for us in the postseason. He's been there, done that. So let's see. Hopefully we can get it. Stephen B be like, I said, send me something reminder. What? You guys are killing me, man. In there, your 99 poster. Now that's an autographed jersey right there, and I have an autographed Don Mattingly right there, and I also have Derek Jeter, Andy Pettit, a whole bunch of autographs on that baseball since I was a kid back there. One day I'll show you guys again. Blood in, blood out. Barbara got it. Damn, Barbara. See, we could be friends. You gotta know that's one of my favorite movies. That movie, if you don't know, right? It's a movie called Blood in, Blood Out. And then they had to change the name because it was so gangster. They changed it to Bound by Honor. But anyway, that movie was so gangster. It was so real. In junior high school, which is middle school, we watched that movie and we just started, like me and my cousin, my friends, he was like, you know what? We started rocking dark shades and rocking the button downs with just one button up, the top button with the white t-shirt under. And we used to just walk through school like we was vatos, man. It was crazy. And the teachers, eventually they got concerned. They thought we were like a gang or something, but we were just playing around. We just liked the movie that much. It's a great movie, man. If you haven't watched that movie before, it's old, but it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Put it that way. Definitely. Crochet game goons to be big tomorrow for us. Yeah, man. We'll see. We'll see if we can hit him. I beat 12. To be honest, you beat 12. Why don't you beat 13 or 11? No, I'm just playing with you, man. We got 25 likes, 31 people here. Smack that like button if you don't mind. Do me the favor. To be honest, it depends if he is rested and we need him for a playoff. Oh, you talking about Max Fried? That's what I'm saying. Would you pitch Max Fried the last game of the season? If you win, you get a bye. If you lose, you got to play the wild card. Or you pitch your Max Fried. I'm not taking that chance, you know? I'm not taking that chance, me personally. That's me. Donnie says, Jason, how much you want to make a bet that Soto misses being a Yankee right now? I mean, I don't want to make no bet because there's no way to. I bet he does. Maybe he does. I think at this point he's probably over it. You know, I think at first he did kind of miss it, but at this point I think he's over it. To be honest, I think he's over it. Look, Soto, I'm not gonna say he's selfish, but he's all about Soto. Soto's about Soto. He's putting up his numbers, right? Let's put up Juan Soto. Juan Soto's putting up his numbers. He's good. He did his job, right? It's not the best, but he did his job. 40 home runs. Damn, he's gonna have 100 RBIs. Damn near 1,000 OPS, right? 32 stolen bases. On base percentage is 40. That is great numbers. He did his job. He earned his check, right? So to speak. The thing is, when you get a player like that for the amount they gave him, it was hard to go and pick up other guys. You know, Sean Manaea has been a terrible re-signing for the Mets. That guy he's been straight butt cheeks, man. I don't even know how to spell his name. I think that's how you spell his name. He's been hot garbage, right? Injured most of the season. When he is in there, he's terrible. Kodai Senga, another guy who's been garbage, you know. So their rotation is bad. This dude put the rotation is bad. Hold on, Kodai Senga. I'm gonna have to block everybody from Montas too. Been injured, yeah. So all the guys, their rotation has been terrible. I spelled that wrong. They were talking about sending Kodai Senga to AAA. That's how bad it was for him. I mean, the ERA is pretty good though. It's not terrible, man. I haven't been following the Mets like that, but I know they were talking about sending this dude to AAA. Andrew says Jason Dodgers lost by another walk-off yesterday. Andrew, I tell you, man, be humble. Be humble. God don't like ugly. There's a saying, Andrew, I always tell you, always remember this, dude. I know you're a young dude. Those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who are humble will be exalted. So I read that in a really, really good book one time, and it's still with me forever. Wells being the Posada of rally killing. 4 strikeouts is horrible, and the only reason he is not getting attention is because of Volpe. Yeah, but look, I hear what you're saying, and don't get me wrong, Austin Wells has had a terrible season, right? But I haven't even looked at this, but I'm gonna guess his last 15 games are not that bad. Right? I'm gonna pull up his last 15 games. Oh no, they're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. Not terrible, but they're pretty bad. He's had some good games, right? So, but he's terrible too, man. They gotta move on from him. His last 10, yeah, you're right. I take that back. Dude's trash. You're right, bro. IB12, you are right, man. This dude is straight. Get him the hell out of here. I could have sworn he had. I think he just had maybe like 1 or 2 good games versus the Blue Jays or something that clouded my judgment a little bit. Healing men's hearts. Pinch me. I must be dreaming. How did the Yankees win the series against Boston? Oh man, we won it with great pitching. The bullpen actually held up, right? And we managed to score runs without hitting home runs. We did have a couple home runs, but we're scoring runs without. We're manufacturing runs and actually scoring in other ways other than the home run, you know. And I think that's going to be the key to the Yankees' success this postseason. Can they score runs when they're not hitting home runs, right? Can they manufacture runs? Can they move runners over, right? And then the defense too. Can they play solid, clean baseball? That's going to be huge right there. If the Yankees could do that, because you know the home runs are going to come eventually. If they could do that, I think we could go far. And then obviously the bullpen. There's a lot of question marks about this team. But you know, so are with all these teams, especially all the American League teams. None of these teams are like foolproof, freaking have great odds of making it to the World Series. So it's a at this point it's really it's a crapshoot, you know. Any one of these teams in the American League could get hot and just take it, right? And go all the way to World Series. So we'll see. Hopefully that's our team. WrestlePalooza next weekend. Yeah, man, I don't follow wrestling that much, to be honest. But I am gonna watch a fight today, so I'm about to get off of here soon. Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford. Huge boxing match. If you're into boxing, I want Terrence Crawford to win. I want Bud to win, but Canelo is just good, and Terrence Crawford is moving up 2 weight classes, which is just insane to think. The last time he did it, he won the fight, but he didn't look great. He had moved up 1 weight class and he looked a lot different. So we'll see, but it's gonna be a good fight. But I'm pulling for Terrence Crawford, but I like deep down in my heart, I know that it's gonna be, it don't look good for him, right? He got too much going against him. Andrew says, I don't want to jinx it, but the Yankees could be getting hot at the right time. I hope I'm wrong. You never know. Sherry, sorry, but you're not beating my Jays. Oh man, we'll see. Maybe we don't even have to beat you guys. Maybe you guys get beat by another team and we just skip right over you. That's what happened last year, right? Every postseason, Yankees have a tough time beating the Astros. Last year, the Tigers beat the Astros for us. Great, you know. So it's funny how this stuff works out. We'll see. But I appreciate you joining, Sherry. Thank you. IB12, I knew Cruz would go back to his Reds days. He is one of the best when he has control, but he kind of reminds me of Al Leiter when he does not. Not Al Leiter, Mark Leiter Jr. You know, that's why I said that, and I said this several times this year. Cruz has been great at times he's been really great, but it's hard to ignore. And the same thing with Weaver. It's hard to ignore that he's been a 4, almost 5 ERA guy his entire career. You know, it makes me kind of feel like maybe this is just kind of like a luck streak, or I don't know. But I would say that splitty, when that splitty is on, when his split finger is on, it's filthy. It is absolutely filthy. But we'll see. Andrew says he's going for Canelo Alvarez today. I want to go for. I like Canelo too, but the thing is that's just too easy, man. Like I like an underdog story, you know. I like to see somebody else get up there and I don't know. It's gonna be tough though. I don't think that Terrence Crawford could. I don't think he's gonna be as quick and smooth as he is fighting 2 weight classes above, right? He's at like 168 pounds. This dude is used to fighting at like 155, 158 or something like that. And it sounds like only 10 pounds or whatever it is, but that's a lot in terms of boxing, man. He's not used to getting hit by guys that big. Canelo hits hard too on top of that. So we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be a good fight though. Blue Jays in another clutch come from behind win in the bottom of the ninth again. I know. That's what I was saying, man. That's why I like, damn, this freaking team, they don't, they're probably looking at the box going like, yeah, we can't lose. They're not giving. That's why I said it's going to be tough to get this AL East. Not because we could win every game from here on out. But the Blue Jays, we got to win 4 more games than the Blue Jays from here on out. 4 more, right? To take the East. And there's only, 14 games left? They don't look like they're planning on slowing down anytime soon. Everybody keeps saying they have a tougher schedule, and that could be so, but they don't have that tough of a schedule. They're not playing against teams that are really tough, you know. They got like Tampa Bay, the Royals. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I loved it too, man. That was a good one. Yeah, I'm watching that fight, man. It's gonna be a good fight. It's on Netflix too, right? It's gonna be a good one. And today is, I think, the National Mexican Independence Day. I think. Hold on. Is it? Oh no, it's September 16th. September 16th is the Mexican Independence Day. Well, you know, shout out to all my Mexicanos out there. You know, I love y'all too, man. Especially, I live in San Antonio, so I know a lot of Mexicans. I fucks with y'all. Nah, it's not gonna crash. They've been doing the fights good now. That was that first time versus with the Jake Paul and Tyson fight. That was terrible. But they fixed it. It hasn't been crashing, their fights. Sherry, I think Jays will face the Brewers in the World Series. You have a good fundamental healing men's hearts. I thought you was a damn Yankees fan. What are you talking about, man? I think we could beat them. I think we could. We could. Congrats on the season, Sherry. I remember Joe Carter home run in the World Series. Yeah. Love baseball and baseball fan. IB12 says, I think that if we do not get the top wildcard seed, it could be a blessing in disguise. Getting our guys pitching and playing, but not having the break will suck. If we do get the top wildcard seed. Yeah, you know, it could be. The thing is that it throws everything out of whack. Because if you go in the wild card, right, and you start free, let's say you go free, whoever you free Rodon and whoever you want to plug in for that third start, if you go 3, then you get like a day off, right? Maybe 2 days off, and then you go straight into a 5-game series. It throws everything off because that well, actually no, no, it doesn't, because you could still pitch free to open up the division series. I think you could still go with Freed opening it up. It depends. I got to look at the schedule, but it really does depend. But I think it's all right. I think the Yankees could pull that off if we have to play a wild card team. If you could win the wild card series in 2 games, that's even better, right? Because you get that extra day off. But if it has to go 3, I think you could still have Max Fried, your ace, pitch game 1 of the ALDS. Roy's nervous. He's nervous about Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore's been playing kind of good, but I think that we can handle him. Nah, I appreciate you. I'm just playing with you, man. Jack Maloney, watch out for Trevor Rogers. He's on the Orioles, and he has a 1.5 ERA. We're going to see. Rogers got chased off the mound yesterday. We will see. Wild card is best of 3. Wild card is best out of 3. It's tough. Yeah, it is tough. Yeah, me too. I have Luis Hill as my third starter right now in the wild card series. Right now, that's how I would do it. Yeah, but that's subject to change too, because it's, you know, sometimes I have different feelings about these pitchers. But anyway, folks, now I might even do the trivia. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. That's gonna do it for me. I want to get ready, watch this fight. It's gonna be a good fight, man. Shout out to all of you guys. Shout out to the Sherry. You know, look, I'm not a hater. I welcome all fan base, Blue Jays fans. Essentially, when I first started this channel, I wanted it to be about all baseball, but obviously I'm a Yankees fan, so I really follow the Yankees more than anything. So it kind of just turned into a Yankees thing, but you know, I like to expand it one day. And not even more than baseball. I like to do more than baseball, but I kind of put myself in that box. So we'll see. But maybe I'll start another channel and talk about other stuff other than baseball. I come here with respect. I appreciate it. And I come in peace. We come in peace, right? Yeah, it's peace until we play each other. Then it's gonna be no. But I will admit that the Blue Jays are a tough team, and I did not expect them to be in first place at this point of the season, and nobody did. Everybody had the Orioles or the Yankees. I don't think anyone had the Blue Jays being first place in the AL East at this point of the season. So shout out to y'all. Yeah. Anyway, folks, have a blessed one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's go Yankees. Hopefully we get the sweep. They could do it. Have a blessed one, folks. What am I doing here? Let's all right. Peace, y'all.
Chalk on the corner, fair game in the air. Aaron's bat sang, but the call wasn't fair. Stripes in the dirt, blind to the truth. Judgment day ruined, no replay to boost. Robbed on the line, truth in the smoke. Boone in the dugout, temper provoked. Hands in the sky, crowds roar choked. Stole the homer, faith in the game broke. Lines don't lie, but the humans do. Green monster grin, but the call askew. Boone stormed out, spit words like fire, till Blue tossed and called him a liar. Robbed on the line, truth in the smoke. Boone in the dugout, temper provoked. Hands in the sky, crowds roar choked. Stole the homer, faith in the game broke. Cleats on the base, game paused and rinse. Judge plays clean, but they stack the fence. Crew in the masks, deaf to respect. Baiting the Bronx, who do they protect? Fair line narrative, curving the truth. Pint glass cheers turn silence in the booth.